Welcome to One Club Champ. We are Aylesbury United. It is the year 2030 and we are in our third season of the Premier League. The highlighted game in today's episode is our first ever European game against Red Bull Salzburg. So let's get straight into the match preview. We picked out a game where we're in our Europa League and we've been dealt with a group that I guess on the face of it looks fairly easy. We've got Basel, Slavia Prague, and Red Bull Salzburg. So our first game is at home. We have been given I guess we are favourites to win this one, which is kind of weird because it's our first ever European game, and Salzburg are an established European team at this point. In fact, let's go back into our schedule, kind of give you a highlight of how our season's going. Forget all these friendlies, they don't really mean anything. As you can, from the last episode, we lost 3-0 at home to Spurs, and then we went away to Chelsea. We managed to sneak a 1-0 away win with Carlos Morales getting the winner. Here he is, Carlos Morales. He's doing okay. You know, he started four games and picked up a goal, and we managed to get that impressive 1-0 away win. We then went away to Watford and picked up a 2-0 away win with Joel Alabasta scoring in the 5th minute and Marcelo Diaz-Funchal scoring in the 43rd. We then followed that up with a home 1-0 win to Brighton with Kovacic scoring. Pretty close game, that one. And then we've just recently beaten Norwich away from home 3-1 with Ojeda, he's our right midfielder, scoring a goal. And who else scored? Oh, Alexandru Sikan and of course Marcelo Diaz-Funchal. Let's have a little look at Funchal. Here he is. For those of you that are following his career, this guy is a stud, absolute stud. He's started off the season fairly slow, only 2 goals out of the 5 games, but he has popped up with his first Brazilian goal and he's now got 2 caps. He's now at 40.5 million with some impressive clubs that are after him: Bayern, Borussia Dortmund, Atletico Madrid, and it will take a bid of 80-something million to prize him away from us. So all in all, in the Premier League, we are sat high in the table right now in 3rd with only 1 loss, and that was the first game of the season against Tottenham, who were champions the last 2 years in a row. So I don't know. I mean, things have started pretty well. If you look at our tactic about what we're going to drop out there for the Europa League game, we're going with Fabiano playing in the false 9 row. Fabiano is our new player. He's got so much potential, and playing up front with Diaz-Funchal, I really think he can do well. The problem that we've had, you can see, is only started 2 games and no goals. What we've done away from home, there's been a tweak. Away from home, we created a 4-4-1-1 away tactic. Basically, just changed some of the roles in midfields. Rather than having an attacking playmaker like in our 4-4-2, we switched it to have a box-to-box midfielder and kind of just played around a little bit. Dropped one of the forwards back as kind of like an added like shadow striker, and Fabiano does not do that role very well. So we've been playing Kovacic in there as a shadow striker in that role. That is one of his preferred positions. So that's been our away role. And here's our 4-4-2. So here we go. This is the team we're going to go with. Alabasta on the left, Kovacic on the right, Morales as the attacking playmaker, Juan Carlos as the DLP, with Gerson and Umbeyo in the wing bats. Aditya Sikan plays the ball playing centre back in a cover role, and Marcatoni, who is our Italian stallion on loan from Inter, he drops into centre back position as well, with Maluro continuing in goal. No no roles for El Harfi in the European squad, or Stewart, or any of these other guys. We had to be very selective with the players that we had available to us. Lucas Potler hasn't really had a kind of look in yet, because obviously DS Funchal plays as the main striker, but here he is, come off the bench a couple of times, worth 22.5 million. A couple of clubs interested. Well, Fulham are interested, and I think they're interested just for this Tash. Again, shout out to Chilled Moose for the amazing face packs that we received, and we're going to be assigning a few more of our players for those faces. So here we go, exciting stuff. European football in Buckinghamshire. Who would have thought it 10 years ago? But here we go. Look at this formation. Oh, by the way, just have a little look at this player here. Mayak Ott. Who could he be joining? That's right, he is joining the Ducks in January. He's got 2 caps for Austria already. He is an advanced forward. He's 22 years old, and he's got some impressive stats as a 22-year-old international. If you have a little look at his history, he's not really been played, and so I'm happy to sign this lad with 4.5-star potential and 4.5-star current ability. He's going to go straight into our team. Anyway, here we go. European football at the home of Wycombe Wanderers. As you know, we are at Adams Park, still ground sharing. We've come a long ways from the Bet Victor Central South to now playing European football. Kovacic stealing the ball, and that is a beautiful ball in behind DS Funchal. Oh, good save. Good save. That was a proper chance for our Brazilian. Alabaster to swing it in. Marcatoni just with a soft header into their goalkeeper's hands. Another corner. Alabaster to swing it in. And that is 1-0. Vlad Alexandru Edita Sikan rises high and puts us 1-0 up after 5 minutes. I know that our board will be very happy, as one of our club vision expectations is that we play a big amount of big focus. Hold up, free kick for Fabiano. Oh, there he is, Fabiano with his first goal for Aylesbury United, and it is a stunning free kick on the edge of the 18-yard box. Take a bow, Fabiano. What a strike. 2-0 up after 7 minutes. The Ducks seem to be doing or taking very well to European football. Red Bull Salzburg don't know what's hit them. They've come all the way to Wycombe. Morales switches the point of the attack. Kovacic bouncing around in the middle. Look at the stats. 10 shots to nothing. 6 on target. Wow. How we do? I'm so impressed. Here we go. Alabaster swings it in. Fabiano picks up the leftovers. Drops it back to Juan Carlos. Keeping the ball. Morales. Got to get it back out of there. Got a great switch over to Mbeo. And we've overloaded the right side. Juan Carlos picks out the leftovers again. Swings it back in. Alabaster! What a strike! Oh my word. That was an incredible strike. Juan Carlos I think he drops it back here. Oh no, he switches it over. Kovacic just lays it off, and Alabaster full on the volley with his left foot from the right side of the penalty spot. Wow. 3-0 up after 20 minutes. And Salzburg still haven't even had a shot on or off of target here. Free kick to Salzburg. Diarra plays it over to the fullback, and Kovacic is on him. And Mbeo picks up the long ball, drops it back to Marcatoni. And that's a needless ball by our midfielder to give it away there. Great tackle by Aylesbury and puts DS Funchal on the run. Here we go. Crosses it over to Kovacic, lays it off, and Fabiano hits the post. 17 shots to 0. Half an hour gone. The body language of Salzburg says that they are uninterested, whereas the Ducks, we are up for it here. DS Funchal picks up the free kick, or the throw-in. Oh, it's a good save. Corner, Aylesbury, outswinger. And there we go, it's now 4-0. Marcatoni, like a fox in the box, finishes it off after, I think it was Juan Carlos had a shot saved. Kovacic shoots, and then Marcatoni puts us 4-0 up. The Ducks are in dreamland here. 22 shots to nothing. Mbeo throws it in long, and Fabiano picks up the loose ball and a wild shot. But I do like Fabiano in this false 9 role. We've always played with 2 advanced forwards, and I think it's maybe tactically not give us any options to maybe just drop someone a little deeper to link up with the midfield. Wow. It is not often you see the type of match stats like that. 25 shots to nothing. 15 shots on target to nothing. They've had 47% possession, but we have had a good number of touches in the penalty area. Good conversion of our third entries to shots. And it looks like wing play has been a big thing for us, which if you look at their tactics, to be honest, they're playing very narrow. So look how narrow they are down here in the heat map. Whereas our heat map here, all in the flanks. So I'm loving how we're playing right now. 4-0 up at half time. This is a joy. The only thing we need to maybe think about here, and I didn't do this, let me just go back in to our tactics page, is we don't want Morales to get a needless second booking. So we're just going to change him to ease off tackles. No need here. And then I think tactically too, let's just change when we're out of possession. Let's not get stuck in. Let's just stay on our feet. No need to be diving into tackles when you're 4-0 up. I would like DS Funchal to maybe pop a goal in. That would be nice for his confidence. Right now he's underperforming on a looks like 6.7 rating, 6.6. And we might have to give one of these other lads a go if he continues to play poorly in this game. Here we go. Marcatoni picks up the long ball, switched it out to Mbeo. Kovacic on the right, gets into the 18-yard box, and he's been taken down. It is a penalty, and who is stepping up to take this penalty? DS Funchal. Slotted it into the bottom right corner. Third goal of the season, and we are now 5-0 up against Salzburg in our first ever European game. We're flying high in the league in third position. We've only lost one game so far this season. Look at that overlap from Mbeo there, and Kovacic just blasts straight past him. Gone past him again. Fabiano. Oh, good save by McCrory. Putting on the pressure. Aylesbury to take the corner. Outswinger. Fabiano picks up the headed clearance. And Kovacic's chance is held by the Salzburg goalkeeper. Well, look at the ratings. Everybody's playing well. DS Funchal's rating shot from a 6.6 to an 8.9 because he's now a 9 because he scored the penalty. Crazy how the ratings go like that in Champ Manager sometimes. Aylesbury with the corner. In swinger. DS Funchal headed over the bar. 35 shots. Gerson with a cultured left foot. Aylesbury, DS Funchal, back post, Kovacic. Again, 6 2-0. Kovacic thoroughly enjoyed that. So did I. Here we go. Dias Funchal, look at him on the edge. Drops it back. Alabaster. Again, Dias Funchal sees Kovacic at the back post and he just nonchalantly heads it back across goal and it finds itself in the bottom corner. 6-0 up. I mean, what do we do? I mean, should we, I think, let's give Lucas Potler a go here. After this highlight. Corner to Alabaster. Gerson picks up the loose ball. He's down the left. Keep going, Gerson. Crosses it. Kovacic picks up the back post. Back to Iditya Sekan. Juan Carlos out to Alabaster. Gerson, the overlapping fullback. And that's saved by their goalkeeper. He feeds it out. The highlight is still going. Could this be a shot on target for Salzburg here? Oh, it's not only a shot on target, it's a goal. Their first shot, and it's on target, and it goes in. And the score is now 6-1. Boga crosses it over, and Lubicic heads it across goal, and it's now 6-1. Well, if I pause these stats, I mean, it's pretty laughable. We've had 40 shots to their 1, and the one that they had went in. Right, let's do this. Let's take off Dias Funchal. I want to give Charles Tete a go up front, and Fabiano will come off for Potler, and let's change Potler as an advanced forward. And I think we'll just leave it at that right now. We might take off Morales and give one of our other midfielders a go. Alright, long throw here. Gerson throws it to Alabaster, crosses it back post. Kovacic. Second goal of the game for Kovacic. I mean, how can you leave Alabaster just so unmarked there? Great cross. Kovacic, volley, back post, and that is now 7-1. And we're going to make a little sub. We'll bring on... We'll put Kovacic over here for Morales, and we'll bring on Glauber, who is our Brazilian wonder kid. Just let him have a nice little taste of European football. What a thoroughly impressive first game. 7-1. As we close down the final couple minutes of our first ever European game, this will go down in the history books. Seven, 1. And we have beaten Red Bull Salzburg in our first ever game in European football. Said it again. What a performance.